back in the woods. It's November 3rd, and look at this. Made it back home. It's about 1.5 inches and across. Here he is compared to my padlock. He's big. Let's see if he's awake. Seen any deer this morning. It's about 11 o'clock or yesterday at all. Didn't check the trail cameras today. I'm gonna let it mellow out a minute. Well, pretty cool morning. We got about 1 inch of snow last night, and I sat in the blind till maybe 9:45. It's just perfect tracking weather. It was a little quiet, so I tracked the first one up this ridge for about an hour from 10 to 11. And I just walked to kind of where our road dead ends into a swamp. I just walked a little trail that was right there and picked up another track of a lone deer. And I followed that for about 50 yards, and then that met up with a doe fawn group. So they're out running around this morning. All this activity had to have been after midnight, so that's a good sign. There's deer up, there's deer moving. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. My brother-in-law told me he just shot a big one. Let's go help him out and see what it is. Nice. It wasn't too bad. It was kind of muffled. Yep. Well, it's true. Mikey got the 9. I just walked out and he dropped him right there. It's a beautiful buck. He's processing it right now. It's time to get the sled, and we're out of here. On to the next one. It's a nice buck. We've been following him for about 2 or 3 years. It's good to see him finally laying in the daylight. It's a nice cold morning. There's tracks everywhere. It's really picked up in here the last 2, 3, 4 days. This is my first day back out, but that's why we like this spot. That's why we like the big woods. Might take a while, but we usually get a nice one out of here. And I'll assure you, this is a nice one. Beautiful eastern UP public land whitetail. We've been hunting this guy for 3 years. He's evaded us for 2 or 3. We like him. We know him. He's the crab claw buck. He's always had that. Look at this upturned hind. Beautiful eastern UP public land big woods buck. We love it out here. It is about 20 degrees outside. It was a full moon last Friday. It snowed just a skiff last night for weather. It was a pretty good northwest wind. You can probably hear right now, about 5 to 15 miles an hour. And he came in from the east. Well, it's November 28th, 2021. This is going to be my last regular firearm season sit for the span. The season's over on Tuesday, the 30th. We get a week for muzzleloader, but we'll plan for that another day. Kind of bittersweet. You know, it's my last shot, 4th and 20. We're gonna go out here. This blind has been kind of hit or miss, but there's usually a decent deer in here. My father-in-law got the big one out of here last year. Quick season recap. Started on a Monday. That very opening Monday, I did see a small forkhorn, little 1.5-year-old buck. Don't really like to take those, and I got the combo tag here in Michigan, so I had to have 3 on one side. So that was nice to see a buck on opening day. And then I don't think I seen another buck until that Friday. So I went 3 or 4 days without seeing a deer, which is unfortunate, but I knew they were in there. We got trail cam pictures. They're eating bait. The whole works. Yes, we're using bait because it's hard up here and you need every trick you can find. So we've been baiting. I seen another little 3-point. He's actually a taller one, but still not quite legal on Friday morning. Then the next couple of days off and on, I seen does and fawns, usually later in the evening. And then, what was it, last night, I saw another different 3-point spike horn, forked horn, 1.5-year-old buck. So the good news is we got a lot of prospects for next year and the years to come, but as of today, we didn't get one out of there. We got the big one that we had on camera, and that was the only big one that we had on camera. So I got plenty of footage of that, and you guys will be seeing that too. So wish me luck. Been seeing lots of deer, not lots of deer, fair amount of deer. Seeing different bucks, just none that I wanted to take. So hopefully tonight we have a little bit nicer 6-point back here. He's high and wide, but he doesn't have any brows, so he would make a nice little 8-point. But he's a 6, so I'm gonna get in there for the last sit. I'm hanging her up and heading home tonight. We already packed up the camp. I got it all in the truck, so hope to see you out in the woods in my north. Wish me luck. I hope you had a good season, and we'll see you next year.